All right, guys, it's Armand here from elrondnewsnow, and we've got here Denis from Calileo. It's a social network project here in Elrond, and we're fortunate to be able to interview him today and find out more about Calileo and what they're about to do. So first up, can you tell us a bit of background of who you are and what you do?
So my name is Denis, living in Dundee, Scotland, and founder of Calileo. I've been studying marketing, business, and management for about 6 years in France and 4 years in the UK. I completed a bachelor's degree with honors at the University of Aberdeen, where the founder of GTA developed the game and launched a gaming production called Rockstars. I think you guys are very familiar with it. So I studied in that university, which is amazing. I've met so many interesting people, especially in the gaming industry. It's not my background, but well, I have these people I met and that's brilliant. I then studied a master's degree where I completed a research in the NFT industry as well. And beside my years at the university, I had a side hustle, which was to develop websites and start up brands from the ground, especially for small businesses, which gave me 6+ years of experience in web development right after being graduated, which was pretty amazing to me. It really helped me to secure a first job right after my post-graduation, which was pretty amazing as well. And a very great job thanks to all the experience I got in the past. Regarding my crypto experience, I started my journey a few years ago and invested my first penny on Elrond in 2020.
Fantastic. That's good to hear. Thanks for that. And can you tell us what's prompted you and your team to create Calileo?
So it all started in March when Elon Musk posted his concerns about the freedom of speech of Twitter and their centralized counterparts such as Instagram and all these social platforms. I was studying back at that time the elrondnetwork as a tool to develop highly scalable blockchain-based products. And it all came naturally to me. I've always wanted to develop a genuine technology by myself with like-minded people that would solve real-world problems and become sustainable in the Web3 and non-Web3 space. And through my research, and I welcome you to have a look at the Calileo white paper, I realized how fractured the decentralized social platform market was. There is no other blockchain-based social network that offers a powerful experience like big players are known for, such as Instagram, for example. And this is the real gap in the market. And that is why famous centralized social networks cannot get more than a few million users.
That's great. And is that the reason why you chose Elrond? Is there any other reason why you chose that as a blockchain choice for Calileo?
So Elrond was one of my early investment project during the last bull market, and that became profitable to me. I was very fortunate with it. I wasn't paying much attention to the community at first and didn't realize how powerful it was until I digged more into the blockchain technicalities. And I could talk about it for hours, but to summarize it, Calileo chooses Elrond for its speed and low transaction fees, which is essential for a social platform to become scalable. And it is the first network solving the blockchain trilemma that allows it to be secured, decentralized, while being scalable. It collides with Calileo's ambition to be truly decentralized and secure, while being able to handle a considerable amount of transactions like any global social media platform need.
That's great. And yeah, that's what I'm finding with a lot of the developers and builders that I interviewed. They sort of saying the same thing. Can you expand a little bit about Calileo and what POH is? Can you explain that a bit further?
Yeah, of course. So people are tired of interacting with bots on Twitter or Instagram. It ruins the whole experience when you are supposed to socialize with actual humans. Sometimes people get even scammed, and therefore these platforms become almost unsafe for vulnerable people. This leads me to another reason why we are building on this fantastic Elrond tool, the Maya app. It allows us to significantly reduce the risk of having bots on Calileo connecting with Maya, which previously verified that you are a human. We love Maya because it hides the tedious wallet address and replaces it with a simple hero tag, allowing for global adoption of the technology with its simplicity. So obviously we are fundamentally solving the problem of having bots on the platform, improving the social experience online through the Elrond technology. So we are proving that people are human on our platform, which is a proof of humanity.
So that's what POH is, a proof of humanity.
Yeah.
See, that's great. And what is it that makes Calileo different to other projects or NFTs?
So we have the chance to have talented people in-house and experienced partners to accompany us throughout our journey. So we have, for example, Com-based, our technical partners. They work with several Elrond-based projects. We have Jujot as well. They are amazing UX and UI designers, and they push the limits of our platforms in terms of user experience. So we're quite aligned with the Elrond team standards in that direction. Our team is doxxed as well because any single person in Calileo believes in a better future for social media users. Every single one of us is invested and knows that we have the power to become a big player in the Elrond ecosystem and beyond. And when it comes to the investors' risk management in terms of potential rug or inability to deliver what's promised on our side, I would say we offer a pretty low risk in that respect because we have the trust of big names in the ecosystem believing in our technology. We aren't backed yet by any of them because we are at an early stage and we clearly rely on our community trust. People like Lucian Minku, uTrust and its founder, other team member at Elrond and so forth, follow us and keep an eye on Calileo. Key people in the Elrond ecosystem already adopt us even though we still haven't anything to offer yet. Our MVP is under development, our NFT collection is under development, our intrinsic token is under development. And I think our community likes our mix of theoretical and pragmatic approach, which isn't aggressive and is all about making sure everything is flawless and truly deliverable by our team. We could have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars already if we wanted to, but everything that we sell or that we will sell in the future needs to bring true value and utility to our holders. That is truly essential to us.
That's great. And that's one thing I really like about your project. And I'm fortunate I've come across yours because wow, this is so cool. You know, it's a new social network for Elrond. I mean, sure, there's others there, but I think that just the potential of where this can go to is vast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's also what I like about the potential of our project and our community. So obviously we want to create first and foremost a platform for the Elrond users, rewarding this amazing community. But we also know that our Elrond community, the Elrond community is seeking for adoption. And this is what we can deliver throughout our huge and impressive user experience that we're going to have through our platform. So I like the way that people obviously want to have valuable project for the community, but they are also open to welcome more people because they are a warmful community. And this is what I really like about us and about the Elrond community.
That's exactly right. And that's what I find about the Elrond community. It's a very tight-knit community. You know? It's a growing community and it also has to be potential. In smart contract space, I think Elrond is one of the best, if not the best there is. And I like the way that you guys are doxxed too. So that's another plus, you know, because I know that you guys are going to stay here for a long time.
To be fair though, I remember some of our first team members, they were not so keen to dox themselves because some of them, they have a huge bag in Eagles and obviously they're scared that, you know, people find out who they are. They obviously, I mean, it's all fair, you know, but then they truly realize the potential of Calileo and that as a team, we had to dox ourselves. People had to know who we are to truly show some trust because this is really important nowadays. I mean, I wouldn't personally invest in a project if I don't know who's behind the project and if I don't know if they're capable of delivering what can be delivered as well. You know, it's truly important to dox yourself as a team if you start a project.
That's exactly right. You said that word trust because you need that trust to be able to grow. There's so many rabbit pools out there.
I honestly feel bad for our community sometimes because our community doesn't deserve it because they're so supportive towards the Elrond ecosystem. They're so supportive towards all these projects, technologies, projects that are going on and building daily. And, you know, when you have such a strong community, very supportive, I mean, being rug is the last thing you want for them. So sometimes it saddens me, but it is what it is. Those are the risks, you know.
Then you come across projects like yours and you know that it's going to be there and there's people behind it, people who just wants to build us to make ecosystem grow.
Fortunately, that we're not the only ones able to promise that, so it's good. That's what I like about the Elrond ecosystem. There are true builders out there, and this is very exciting, honestly.
Totally agree. Did you encounter any challenges along the way of you building Calileo, and how did you and the team overcome it?
Yeah, so I would say our main challenges were that we needed to get our first traction towards our project. It was a bit challenging per se to find the correct wording when talking to our community and the Elrond ecosystem. The main challenge is to basically adapt our tone of voice as a brand when it comes to promoting Calileo. I believe the Elrond community is amazing in its complexity, but is also very specific and it is quite focused on gaming and NFT artworks. So first challenge is how do we implement this gamification throughout the development of Calileo? How do we provide quality artwork and what would be the utility of that collection? You know, this required sitting down and gathering the whole team to think about the perfect NFT artwork, the right story behind it, and the utility to be brought on Calileo, because you could have any type of NFT collection. You could have an insane artwork, and people knows in the Elrond community what I'm talking about. There are some incredible artwork out there, but if you don't have a utility to bring to your OGs, let's say, there is no true potential, there is no true reason to invest in that NFT. That was the first challenge, to think about a utility, but a deliverable utility. So instead of like tossing around so many utilities that potentially couldn't be deliverable, our challenge was to sit down and be like, okay, we want to achieve this. We want to bring these to our NFT holders. Is that possible? Is that truly possible to achieve? So that was the first challenge of our first milestone, which is to deliver our upcoming NFT collection and our MVP right after as well.
Okay. So glad you mentioned the NFT. I was going to ask you, will you be selling NFTs and tokens in order to implement utilities in Calileo? Or can you explain how utility tokenomics would work within the whole Calileo platform?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to break it down talking about our NFT first, and then I will talk about our Calileo token, which will come later on this year after our NFT collection release. So we will be selling NFTs next month called ETHOS. ETHOS meaning ethic, and collides with the luxury and ethic when using our platform. A true masterpiece to represent the state of the art that our platform aims to become, but also an implementation of pop culture traits to remind you that a social network should be for all, fun to use. You don't necessarily go on social platforms to make money, right? Especially non-Web3 users, the big picture, but more to have a lot of fun on it. And that is what we want to vehicle through our NFT collection. This is the image we want to display. And regarding our Calileo token, this token will grant access to the usage of its network through intrinsic utility tokens called Calileos, or in short CALs. And all rewards for various contributions to the network will be paid in CALs, creating content, supporting creators and users, having an impact on others in the platform, and all sorts of contribution will be rewarding in CALs. However, it brings me to our token economics. It's not really sustainable to give and give and give to the users and only give. At some point you have to take back from them, which makes sense, right? We can't really promise we're gonna make yourself rich and we're gonna give you so many tokens by creating quality content or artwork on our platform, creating, I don't know, cool videos, cool articles, insane podcasts, whatever. The aim is to create an ecosystem, to create a sort of like circular economy that works. And for that you need to give, but also to take back. So how do we take back? We take back those tokens in our platform that are generated and rewarded to our users by implementing some very cool and very fun to use features. So you'll be able, for example, throughout our messaging system called Communication Hub, you'll be able to send tokens, ESD tokens to each other. You'll be able to interact with people by giving them calls, for example, or give them other ESDT tokens in the longer future. And in these features, we'll be able to take some fees as well to obviously reward the Calileo team and take it back into our treasury and then giving it back to the users. Because if we issue tokens, I don't know, for 3 years, for example, then we don't have any more tokens to give to our users. So we have to take back and then give back again, creating a whole circular economy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit hard to, there's some balancing act in between users accumulating the coins, but then you want to be able to let them implement it by either buying something or, like you said, purchasing something. So this circular economy within the whole ecosystem, you're using that CAL tokens as a currency in between each other. You don't want someone to hodl all the tokens because there's nothing else to sort of, tokens to be circulated around. Yeah, that's a great idea. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you think that I missed that you wanted to share to other people listening and watching?
I could say a bit more about the actual token economics, but I clearly invite you to have a look in our white paper, light paper, or one pager. We talk in detail about the allocation of the Calileo token. Regarding the NFT token allocation, there is not any public announcement yet. It's gonna happen later this week, but there is nothing announced yet. But basically, regarding the sales of our NFT collection, you have to know that 70% of our sales is gonna come to our treasury, the Calileo treasury, and it will be reused for our marketing, for our development. This is basically sort of something that we're gonna use towards our platform, essentially. And then we're gonna have 5% for a charity project project on the Elrond project that we really care about. I don't know if you heard about him and what's going on to Victor, but we have the power if we sell a ton of NFTs and that will make a ton of gold as well to give back to someone that really need it. So I think this is really important for us to achieve our goals and then to give to Victor as well. And hopefully we will achieve his goal and collect the $2 million he requires. So that's what we have. And then the rest, the 25% is going to go towards our suppliers, people working on the NFT collections and people working on the development of our MVP as well. And also to reward the team because I mean, hard work needs to be rewarded, especially to the team. I feel this is really important. So that's pretty much it. I think I already talked about Victor. I wanted to raise awareness about Victor and telling you that the 5% of our NFT sale is going to go towards Victor. I think I did this part. I wanted to talk about him. And it's really important that you guys keep spreading the word, keep talking, keep tweeting about him, try to help in some ways. If you don't have the financial means, that's all right. You can still spread the word and I'm pretty sure it will have an impact. So let's not forget Victor because it was trendy for a bit, but it's not just a simple trend. It's someone that's a human behind a kid that could have a life.
I totally agree. I do my bit as well. And there's a lot of people that do their bit. And the good thing about the Elrond ecosystem and community is they're all huddling together. Projects like yours and other projects are also sharing their fundraisings to support Victor. As you said, he needs it. No one wants to see a child suffer like he does. The best that we could do is support him and share the love and share what we can to raise awareness to help and support him. So if anyone wants to support him, definitely follow DNS Victor and also Calileo if you want to support the project as well. Just going back into the tokens, you said the Cal tokens is going to be released in September or end of the year?
No, it's going to be released at the end of the year. So we really want to take one step at a time, right? So this is why we're going to release our NFT collection first. It's going to help us to finish our development of our MVP, right? And once we have the development of our MVP done, we're going to be able to gather some feedback, some valuable feedback. We're going to be able to know also what needs to be fixed, what needs to be improved, and then we will be able to release our Calileo token that's going to be implemented for our beta version. We really want to take one step at a time. We don't want to do everything at the same time and then be overwhelmed. We want to work in a qualitative way rather than quantitative way. So we're going to have our seed token sale around the end of this year, as well as the private sale very close to that date as well. And according to how it goes, we should have our public sale around January.
Good. I'll be looking forward to that. And I'm sure a lot of people will too as well.
Thank you.
Yes, if there's anything else you wanted to say, share it here. Otherwise, how can people find out about you?
I don't have really much to say. I mean, if you want to ask me other questions, just feel free to hit my private messages. I'm very open. I'm very reachable. I'm a normal person. You know, like our project is not huge yet. Like we don't have the pretension to say, oh, we're too busy to answer to you or to reply to your messages. Sometimes we could be, but we're really reachable. So just reach out to us. Try to have a chat with me or with anyone from the team. We will always reply to you as long as you're not a bot, right? But yeah, just thank you for having me today, Armand. That was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, just follow our project if you would like to. Follow Calileo on Twitter, Calileo ETHOS on our Twitter as well for our NFT collection. You can join us on Discord, on Telegram, and we have the blog as well right now, so you can be informed on any sort of release. We're really active, so yeah.
And you want to share your website address too? So that's Calileo.
That's Calileo.co, not .com, but .co, yeah.
So if you want to follow Calileo, go to calileo.co. You'll find the social media links in there as well. Twitter, you can go to Discord, the Telegram, and there's also a link tree, which is good because it's got all the information in there that you want to find out, the one pages, and you know, it's got a lot of information there for you. As Denis said, if you want to reach him, you can send him a message. He's got his profiles and you find him on Twitter as well. And they're very reachable and approachable. That's one thing I like about you guys. You know, I like supporting underdogs, and I think you guys have a really good potential to grow, and I'm really looking forward to your project and see it succeed. So thank you for your time again, Denis.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was brilliant. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.